swear we're just putting random things up on the top there. This, we're still at Des Moines, Iowa, and this match is for the intercontinental title. And there is your champion, Justin Fields. Unfortunately, Justin Fields doesn't have the points to be considered for contendership overall. The person he's facing is just barely hanging on by a thread. Justin, however, holding that intercontinental title, I think that his concern right now is more with getting his tag team titles back, as well as ending termination point. Sean Haddock from parts unknown. Sean needs to win this match, and then he needs Fuzzy to lose his match. Fuzzy to win over Brandon Ryder. If Fuzzy beats Brandon Ryder tonight, he becomes overall number one, but it would just be just enough points for Sean to stay in contendership. If Sean loses this match, he's mathematically eliminated. If Sean wins, and then Ryder wins his match, Sean is mathematically eliminated. Now, obviously, Sean winning and getting the Intercontinental title would still get him in the conversation for the world title, simply out of him having that belt. But he needs a win here to headline at Edge of Midnight. Now, I should really clarify what I'm talking about here. If mathematically eliminated doesn't mean that they can never contend for the title ever again for the rest of the year. It just means that they can't be the number one contender overall at Edge of Midnight. They could still be the number one contender on the month at Appetite for Destruction and contend for the title then. And if they have the title, then obviously they would get locked in until Edge of Midnight. If you win the title at Appetite for Destruction, you're locked in for Edge of Midnight unless the other person cashes in a rematch clause or unless somebody cashes in the Money in the Bank. Which obviously I should reiterate, Brandon Ryder has his Money in the Bank again. Fields with a nice chop block there, taking Sean down. Fields trying to defend his Intercontinental title here. Doing a pretty good job of it thus far. Sean breaking out of a moose knuckle into a piggyback slam. Fields over, going up high, catching Fields in the jaw with a big kick. Now, if Sean wins this match, and then Fuzzy wins at the main event tonight, Sean would need to do everything he can to make sure Fuzzy drops that TV title to somebody else. And obviously, Termination Point has that big match against the Justins next week. Knowing that Sean's going to be watching that match pretty closely because the Justins win that match, and neither of them have a belt. Justin Downs will still have a Cruiserweight title no matter what. If Fields pins Fuzzy, and he doesn't have the Intercontinental title, Fields would get the TV title. And then Sean would watch as Fuzzy doesn't get the half point for the night. So, a lot of situations that can keep Sean alive in this. I think Sean wants to get booked for as many matches as possible to stay alive and that hunt for the world title as he catches Fields with the elbow. The situation is very confusing as you get closer to the bottom of the chart. If you stay at the top, we've got Ryder, we've got Fuzzy, who's Ryder obviously is just he's the killer. He's the big guy. He is the Green Bay Packers of the MMWF. As Fields reversing Sean, puts Sean in the turnbuckle. Sean, however, oh, nice arm drag by Fields. You got Ryder, and then under Ryder you got Fuzzy. Fuzzy's dominance in the TV title division. The fact that he's held the TV title for longer than anybody else has put him at number 2. Right under him you got Richard. Richard just lost his match to Luke tonight. Or not Luke, Cobbler. Richard has been falling down the charts quickly, and that's not going to be good for him. Under Richard, you've got Trav. Trav has had several different titles, but he's had recent problems, and that's put him down the charts. I don't think Trav really has interest in the world title so much as the getting the cruiserweight title back and getting his respect back. And right there at the bottom of the top 5, you've got Crazy Cobble. Cobble just won that match tonight. Huge win for him as you see Fields completely whipping on that step kick there. Puts Sean into the ropes and whips again on a falling shoulder block. Cobble's also said that he really doesn't have as much interest in the world title, but I do think that he would have interest in headlining Edge at Midnight. So, a couple of big storylines right there in the top 5. Under the top 5, you've got 5 more superstars. I don't remember off the top of my head. But we could see a revolving door. Oh, speaking of revolving, what a huge hit there by Fields on Sean. Nice block again by Fields. Jabs Sean in the stomach. Sean coming back with a strike, but it gets blocked and gets knocked off his feet by Fields. Now, it's just too bad because some of the names that have been mathematically eliminated have been names that are really just huge. Brandon Cole, for example. This guy right here, Justin Fields, mathematically eliminated. Sean is close to being mathematically eliminated. He's hanging on literally by a thread. And Sean grabs Fields by the neck. Could he be going for the choke slam? He's got him up. Oh, he drops Fields, and Fields gets over and hits him with a Russian leg sweep. Fields now stretching Sean out. Fields could be this close to defending his Intercontinental title and eliminating Sean. Hits that clothesline, but it was just a glancing blow. Wasn't enough. Sean gets behind Fields. Sean now going up on Fields, crucifix pin. Not even a 1 count. Fields getting punched, but takes down Sean. Soccer kick to the lower back. This is getting just worse and worse for Sean by the minute. And he hits that clothesline without a problem. There's the pin. 1, 2, 3. Fields successful title defense. And Sean is now mathematically eliminated from the contendership at Edge of Midnight. Fields, big win for him. He holds on to that Intercontinental title. Got to give him momentum into next week as he takes on Termination Point. There's a lot riding on that match next week. If they beat Termination Point ceases to be a stable.